Hello and welcome everyone. I truly hope everybody's having an amazing day. Today we are back with the Growth Mindset Collective with Nikki Hall.
Hello.
Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about goal setting. So goal setting is the process of defining clean, specific, and measurable objectives that you want to achieve within a certain time frame. So it involves identifying what you want to accomplish and creating a roadmap to reach those milestones. So goals provide direction, motivation, and a sense of purpose, acting as a guiding force in both personal and professional growth. So now we'll jump into it in more depth. Nikki, what would you like
Yeah.
to add?
Well, first of all, I want to state that we assume that you've already created a goal that really has meaning and purpose for you while you're listening to us. So we're going to make that assumption and that you are working toward a plan on reaching that goal already. Because we want to help you tweak it. We want to help you get it right on point. We want to see you achieve your goals.
Exactly. Um, and that's true. For those that don't have any goals, this is also a great place to start. There's
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, for the most part, there are short-term goals, long-term goals, and SMART goals. But if you have them set already, like you know what you want, then like Nikki said, time to maybe polish them, give them a more precise direction, and hence, the motivation to get it done, and so on. So, I mean, you can go in a lot of different areas with this one here.
Mhm. And in mindset or with mindset in goals, it's really important that you know that when you set your mind and your mind is ready on an idea or an ideal goal, no one is going to stop you from blossoming or nurturing or growing into that goal. Nobody could stop you.
Exactly. Um, So why would you say goal setting is important?
Well, you need vision when you want to be moving forward. And also, naturally, we're thinking beings. And when we are moving forward, we as nature have to have a visual end goal, or else we look like a cork on the ocean. Just and
Yeah,
if you live that solely worldly manner and you don't incorporate your intellect and your higher self, then you could very well be that cork just going and going and going. But you need a goal and you need a vision, a move forward vision to be in control of your environment and where you want to go.
exactly. So basically, in a nutshell, they provide direction. Having clear goals help you know where to focus your time and energy, making it easier to avoid distraction and stay on track, right? It enhances motivation. Goals give you a reason to keep pushing forward, even in difficult times. They create a sense of purpose and build momentum. They encourage personal growth. I know about 3 years ago when I went into personal development, I hardly ever really sat down and made goals. It was never really something I really like drilled in my head. But as I got into new habits, it was something I started doing on a regular basis, reviewing my goals. And then if for any reason my beliefs change, values change, then I went in, I was like, okay, looking at this goal, is this still something I really want to pursue, or has my direction changed? Because of course, things will happen that your direction sometimes will take a different turn because all of a sudden you discover something brand new and it might fit a lot more with the values and beliefs you have versus what, well, that's kind of what they told me I should do, but I wasn't really sold on it. But I kind of went with it anyways. And now it's like, hey, wait a minute. No, you found something you really love. You go 100% towards it, right? So things can happen, of course, as you jumping into personal and business development at some time. So you want to evaluate your goals every now and then as well, right?
Exactly. Now, the thing that you want to do is maintain a level of awareness. And as we're growing and obtaining our goals and becoming more mature with our ability to do this, we have to realize that um, goal achieving just isn't about goal achieving. Like already, has prepared us and put things in order for us already. That's a considerable amount to to think about and get in perspective. Also, we have to be aware that setting a goal like a life goal achieving goal is a reprogramming of your conscious mind. And until you get it from your intellectual sense of being, like um, where you stop thinking about, am I doing this? Am I not doing this? What am I doing? And you're subconsciously or secretly thinking you can't make it, yet the outside verbal talk is, I'm going to do this and achieve this. Like you have to be aware that for it to manifest, you have to go into you take it in through your intellect, which is your conscious mind. Then you have to agree with it. And you have to agree with it also in the subtle manner of your living, because we don't, like we say, well, why are you putting shoes on? Well, because we have to. Simple rules, we just think because we have to. Now, we've learned about goals for so long and been doing them for so long that there's parts of us that has that mentality. Well, I don't know why we're doing it. I just know we have to. But let that be an awareness caution for you, because that could be the subconscious part of you that's saying, I can't do it, but I really want it. So you have to amalgamate a reprogramming of your conscious mind, which means, like Ava was talking to you about your intellect. You have to have your intellect in complete agreement so that the yes flow moves down into the conscious part of you, so that then you're causing the outgoing vibration on your goal, and you're causing attraction, and you're causing the attraction that you want to achieve your goal. These are all things that you have to be posturing yourself with simultaneously while you're looking to achieve your goal.
Yes. And well said, Nikki. And to break it down just a tiny bit,
Mhm.
basically you have to define your goals clearly, ensure that they are specific rather than vague. Instead of, oh, I want to try, eat healthier, think from the point of healthy body, healthy nutrition. Because sometimes the minute diet, and you're like, boom, it's gone, because all of a sudden you like the rest of the society diet. I don't want to diet, but just feel how much better you feel when you're actually healthy, and you have all the energy. So kind of approaching them from a different angle definitely does help. Break them down, like the larger goals, break them down. Nobody went from here to there just like that. For the most part, they had to have stepping stones, and as you're clear on the vision, on the big vision, you take those steps to get to the top goal. It takes time sometimes. Things don't happen overnight, as they say. So divide
Yes.
long-term goals into smaller, manageable steps, and this makes large goals feel much more achievable and help you stay motivated at the same time. What happened too at the beginning, Bob Proctor, he used to always talk, and I'm sure you'll agree to that, get an accountability partner, somebody who will, not somebody that, knows nothing about it, but somebody who is motivated to help you get to that goal, who's going to keep you accountable every week. I had a friend like that who was doing that to me when I joined, and thank goodness she did, because I needed it definitely at the beginning. Now I've trained myself enough to be able to do it, but I still have accountability partners for bigger things, and Depends what I'm working on. I'm sure Nikki here too has accountability partners, and because we do need them, right, Nikki?
Well, what I've moved into is a mentor and, a private coach, a personal coach. Because when we're achieving our goals, we get to plateaus. And sometimes we get stuck, which is why Ava is talking about the importance of clarity in the things that we do. So if we can get clarity, like Ava's talking about, get an accountability partner, the plateaus don't have such negative, quiet self-talk or a pull to kind of hit the fear and then come flying back into a more comfortable position. All of those things are really important to know. So add that you experience plateaus, and some periods are slower, and none of us know the gestation period on our goals. We can be fair, and it's important, right, Ava, to put a date to it, to
Yes.
have us have that pacing acceleration to it, or how we can, like Ava said, break it down into chunks as we proceed up our goal and so on and so forth. But there's sometimes where there's going to be a slower part, and there's sometimes where there's going to be a faster part, and you have to know that your goal doesn't have a date. It has a name, and you can go for it. But like after time, we knew our gestation period for a baby was 9 months. After a time period, we knew the gestation period for a carrot from a seed is so many weeks. Until we actually go through the goal of our goal and all our details are put into it, it's unique only to us and nobody else knows the goal. So don't halfway through gestation say, "Where's the baby? This isn't working."
Yeah, exactly. So
Oh,
it's
never
important.
mind.
Yeah, exactly. So it is like, it is important to stay flexible. Life can be unpredictable sometimes, things come and go, but be
Mhm.
prepared to adjust your goals and circumstances accordingly, right? So, I mean, you have to be patient and, consistency is the big one here. Just because you're not seeing things doesn't mean things are not happening in the background. You have to continue, set goals, measurable goals, be consistent at it, and keep moving forward.
Exactly.
Yeah. Then, it's important to also reflect on the progress. Regularly assess your progress, celebrate small wins or big ones, of course, because in between, as you're climbing the ladder to achieve your high, your big goal, you're gonna have those moments when, you're gonna have the micro, um, goals you reach, then you're gonna have, bigger ones. So it's always important to be grateful and celebrate all your accomplishments.
Mhm. And also something that we, as far as our mindset and as far as our behavior is concerned, we have a comfortable fail zone in ourselves, and we know how to make it comfortable, or we know how to speak to people so that it's an acceptable lack of achievement that is happening. But what we can do instead of going in that direction is start measuring our progress. And let's say, I'm starting out here and I want to go up to the corner of the picture. So I'm going to set my dial and I'm going to be going, and I think I'm going to be going in a straight direct trajectory. But as I'm going and as I'm growing and as things are happening, I'm not quite going straight. So we have to readjust. We have to look, we have to measure our progress and adjust ourselves accordingly. A plane does that. Anybody who's looking at certain growths and developments and so on We all do that. So we all have to look at it and say, well, this isn't quite working out. I got blown off because of the wind. So go a little further, adjust yourself. Oh, this isn't working out. Or, look at what I did. You know, fix it and get back on course. But you're always trying to measure your progress, celebrate yourself, celebrate the fact that you've got it, celebrate your self-awareness, and readjust and see how your trajectory to that goal has to be adjusted. It will always have to get fine-tuned and adjusted. Always, always, always.
Exactly. I absolutely love that. I think you've used that in another video we did together as well. The plane and the course of that because things happen, right? And sometimes you have to get to a certain point to learn the lesson, and then you keep going, right? So never give up and stay on course, and just continue advancing forward in life because there's so much out there we can be doing, and we don't want to lose track of where we're actually going. And visualize success. Visualization can be such a powerful tool. Imagine achieving your goal, feel the emotions of associated with that success, and allow the vision to drive you forward. And that's one of the most powerful things you can use, not just thinking, writing down, but visualize it, feel it as if it's already accomplished.
Now, living with the laws and trying to achieve a goal, the great thinkers will tell you, I'm not going to tell you right now, I'm going to do an exercise with you. Okay, so Ava, imagine your backyard. Okay, you're there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, imagine New York.
Mm-hmm.
You're there, right? Did it take you any other hard work or energy to go from your backyard or to go from New York?
Nope.
It doesn't take more energy. It doesn't, it's not harder, it's not bigger, it's not better, it's not all these things that cause us to think, oh, I've got to organize all these 10 steps before I get there. I got to know all this. Between, let's say, $1 million and $100,000 or $100, where you're living within all this understanding that we're bringing forth to you, and you're trying to achieve the goal. It's no harder to get 100,000 than $100 or $1 million. You're using the same method, the same technique, the same energy. We think it's harder because it's a little out of our reach and we don't understand it, we don't see it, we're not owning it yet. But the truth is, with goals, the energy isn't bigger. Like Ava went to her backyard and she went to New York in a nanosecond. It's not hard using the principles, the laws, the considerations, the organization that we're telling you about. It's no harder to make $100 than it is to make a hundred thousand.
That's
That's
true.
just yeah, that's a very important point to get in your to and through flow. So you
Exactly.
get that flow of ease, right?
Yeah. And I love that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this session on goal setting. And remember, goal setting isn't just about thinking, ticking those boxes off on the list. It's about creating a life that aligns with your values, ambitions, and dreams. When we set goals, we set in motion a sense of action that leads us to closer to the life we truly want, fueling our purpose and ultimately our happiness as well. So join us for next time as we come back in 2 weeks. We'll have to keep you to let you know what the next topic is. So follow us and subscribe so you don't miss anything. Thank you, Nikki, so much for being here with me. And it's been another wonderful session. So I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this. If you need anything, please reach out to us. Thank you and have a great day.
Thanks, Ava.
You're welcome.